السلام عليكم، مرحبا بكم معنا في لايف جديد ديال رسالة أمل. نتمنى تكونوا بخير وعلى خير وفي صحة جيدة. نتمنى أن هاد الأيام هادي يبدا كيبان لنا شوية ديال الأمل وشوية ديال الانفراج. نتمنى أننا إن شاء الله نرجعوا لحياتنا عما قريب بشكل جيد. شكرا على جميع الرسائل اللي بعثوا ليا، شكرا على كاع الكلام الزوين اللي صيفطتو. فريمون كنشكركم من القلب. قبل ما نبداو مع الضيف ديالنا اللاعب الدولي الهولندي يوربي إيمانولسن، فباس كيف ما العاده كنذكركم بالحاله الوبائيه في بلادنا. 7780 حاله، الحمد لله عندنا 5401 حاله شفاء و204 حالات وفاه. الله يرحم موتى المسلمين. بالنسبه للناس اللي بعثوا لي في لي كومونتير، وشكرا فريمون على لي كومونتير ديالكم. حنا بدينا دابا هاد البادره باش ان شاء الله نبداو نستقبلوا لاعبين دوليين. غيكونوا معاهم الحوارات يا بالفرنسيه يا بالانجليزيه يا بالاسبانيه، وانا غادي نترجم بطبيعه الحال، فتخافوش. بالنسبه للناس اللي كيفهموا لونجلي مزيان، بالنسبه للناس اللي ما كيفهموش لونجلي انا نترجم لهم ان شاء الله، ما كاينش مشكل. دونك نبعثوا الرساله دابا للسي يوربي. ان شاء الله غنبداو هذا الكونسيبت جديد. غنستقبلوا لاعبين مغاربه وغنستقبلوا لاعبين اجانب حتى هما ان شاء الله، ومدربين واطور، باش كل واحد غادي يتكلم لنا مع على المسار ديالو. واهم حاجه هو يعطينا رساله امل، ميساج ديسبوار، ميساج اوف هوب. دونك بعثنا دابا للسي يوربي، نشوفوه واش يلتحق بينا. تبارك الله عليكم، شكرا لكم بزاف. واهم حاجه حضروا راسكم، راه مازال الموجه ما دازتش. هو غير بيدخل معنا.
Hello, Irby. How's it going, your
Hello,
friend?
I'm good, and
Good.
you?
Welcome. I'm very good. Very happy to talk to you today.
Yes.
As I already explained you, our life's name is the Message of Hope.
Yeah.
So we have a lot of community here from my friends and my community from Morocco. So
Yeah.
what we're going to do, we are going to do the interview. It's not the interview, it's a discussion between friends. That's
Yeah.
the most important in English, and then I will translate for them in Arabic.
Okay. Okay. Perfect.
It's fine for you. I,
Yeah.
I I know that you speak very well Arabic.
I'm trying to learn.
Yeah.
I'm trying to
صباح
learn.
بخير بخير الحمد لله.
Yeah.
Good, good. So Irby, how are you doing those days? Staying home, training?
I'm doing well, actually. We're not training anymore. The season
Hello?
is finished. Do you hear me?
Yeah, yeah. Now I do. Now I do.
Yeah.
Maybe we have some connection problems. We are very far from Morocco to
Yeah.
so I say
No.
how we going things those days.
Yeah, it's going well. Actually, we are not training anymore nowadays. The season is finished here in Holland.
Yes.
So, yeah, I'm in holidays
But
and
trying to
just
stay in shape.
yes, we do. We still have to stay in shape. We got a program, and sometimes in a
Yes,
week we have to do a training just to stay fit. Not fit, but at
exactly.
least normal
At least
condition.
in good.
Yeah.
اكزاكتلي. سو ترانسليت دابا ملي سالت اوربي على واش كيدربوا في الدار ديالهم ولا، قال لي ان الموسم في هولندا دابا وقف، فبالتالي كيدرب هو شخصيا غير باش يبقى في حاله صحيه جيده. اوربي من عائله رياضيه، الاب ديالو كان لاعب ديال كره القدم، الاخ ديالو كان لاعب كره القدم، الاخت ديالو كانت لاعبه ديال كره السله باسكيتبول، ابن عمه كان لاعب ديال الكره، ابن خالته كان لاعب ديال الكره. So Irby, I was talking about your family. You're coming from sports family.
Yeah.
Your daddy was a football player. Your
Yeah.
brother was a football player. Your
Yeah.
sister was a basketball player.
Yeah.
Your cousin is a football player, and your other cousin from your mother's side is a football player. So
Yeah.
it's a great family.
Yeah, very sportive as well. Yeah, my dad was a really good football player in Suriname.
Yes. He played in
Unfortunately,
national team in Suriname also.
yeah, he played in the national team as well.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
unfortunately, yeah, I was too young, or I was not even born when yeah, when he was playing. And yeah, in that time, they didn't save a lot of things in the television as well. So I have
Yeah.
no like vision of how my dad was. I just need to hear it from stories from, yeah, from people from his
No.
generation.
You know, Irby, sometimes, like, for example, when we meet, like, the people who didn't, at the time that there wasn't some footage, and they see a match from today, they will say, oh, we did better before.
Yeah,
You cannot say.
that's what I hear all the time. Every time when he not anymore, but when I was young,
Yes.
he was saying all the time like, "Oh, I was so much better than you, and
So great.
you need to see me." But I could say nothing because I
You
just saw
haven't seen
pictures.
anything.
I have to just do it with pictures and stories from his friends. So
Yes.
yeah, it was just a battle that I couldn't win.
So before I translate, I wanted to ask you regarding your daddy and all your family. Your older brother was a football player also.
Yeah.
What did you learn when you were young from your family in football?
Uh, what did I learn? Um, yeah, the message what I got from home was just yeah, to work hard and believe in yourself. I think that was one of the messages I got like almost every day. Um, you know, you are like, you feel like when you are younger that you are in a competition all the time. Like you always
Yeah.
have to compete against other players. And
Yes.
yeah, my dad always said to me that sometimes I just need to do what comes in my mind. You know,
Exactly.
not always have to listen to what the trainer says. Or he said always like, from the moment you put your feet into the pitch, like you're the boss, you're the one who is control.
The way
So
you
yeah, so yeah, that was one of his lessons, what he just told me like almost every day, like after every game or before every game. Yeah, he was telling that to me.
But the most important, that's really good all the time in challenge, all the time in competition. Let me just translate. So أوربي قال لنا بأن الأب ديالو اللي كان لاعب دولي المنتخب ديال سورينام، لأن أوربي من أصول ديال سورينام. فكان دائما كيقول له ان في الوقت اللي كان كيلعب هو ما كانش ديك الساعات تلفزيون، فأوربي ما كانش كيشوف الاب ديالو في التلفزيون كيلعب، فكيقول له انا كنت كنلعب احسن منك وكذا كذا. سولته على شنو تعلم من الاب ديالو، من العائله ديالو، لان كما قلت الاخ ديالو كان لاعب ديال الكره، العائله ديالو كلها كانت في المجال ديال الكره. فقال له ان تثق في نفسك، دائما تحدى نفسك، ودائما ملي تدخل الملعب ادي اللي عليك وبكل مسؤوليه وبكل شرف. So Irby, I'm going now to talk about football. So
Yeah.
you began football in '94 in Ajax Amsterdam Youth School. So you spent, if I could calculate, like from '94 to 2011 wearing the shirt of Ajax Amsterdam. So
Yeah.
I can say you are a real product of Ajax Amsterdam.
Yeah.
How can you describe Ajax Amsterdam philosophy?
How can I describe the philosophy of Ajax?
Yeah, that you live in.
Yeah. Um, I think it's a very special one, you know, uh, especially for Ajax. It's important that the youth players that they develop on that level, that in a way became like, that's the goal of the club, to be like one of the top players of the team. Yeah, the philosophy of Ajax, I think it's yeah, a lot of like technique wise, you have to be a technical player. You have to be brave.
Yes.
You have to be proud as well, not only at the club but also the city, like everything that comes with Ajax. Um, and yeah, you have to believe in yourself. I think those are the yeah, I think those are the most important things of the philosophy of Ajax. And I think also that you have to think that you're always gonna be the best.
And you have
Like
also a legend in Ajax when you talk about Johan Cruyff.
yeah,
Everyone is feeling that maybe
yeah,
he can be one day like this legend. Johan Cruyff changed a lot of things in football in the world, and
yeah,
especially in Ajax. Have
yeah.
you ever met him?
Um, yes, I met him, and I think yeah, sometimes in football, like sometimes players are passing by who are just one of a kind. Like it's hard to be like the next Johan Cruyff. So, I think he's one of those players as well. Like he's one of a kind, and
Yes,
it's gonna be really hard if we maybe in Holland gonna see another player like him.
of course, there was great players over there, and he is one of the legends in the world. But also you are one of the best players in Holland. I will translate just about those two things, and then I will ask you about the Moroccan players you played with. فأوربي قالنا بأن الفلسفة ديال أجاكس أمستردام لأنه من تونسي أجاكس أمستردام أوربي دخل أجاكس أمستردام وفي سنة 1994 بقى معاهم حتى ل 2011 يعني خدم معاهم سنوات طويلة بزاف. سولته على يوهان كرويف اللي كانت أسطورة ديال الكرة الهولندية واش تلقى به، قال تلقى به ولكن ما يمكنش أنه لاعب غادي يتزاد في هولندا. دائما كاين ذاك المقارنة بأن شي لاعب غادي يكون بحال يوهان كرويف. I don't know if you're hearing my baby.
Yeah, I hear.
Yeah, we're home. Fine.
Yeah,
So
normal.
yeah, during all those years in Ajax, there was several Moroccan players over there.
Yeah.
Mbappe, today Hakim Ziyech, Bukhari, a lot of players. Who do you remember the most, and who are the players that you played with?
In my Ajax time,
Yeah,
um, yeah, I think Northern Bukhari will be one. Um, with him, I played several years in Ajax. Um, who else? Who else? Let me think. Yeah, Munir Al of course.
striker. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I
Um,
I remember once when Claudio Suarez was playing
yeah,
in Ajax. Munir was in the pitch and Suarez was subtitling with him.
yeah, yeah.
So
Munir is for me. Munir was maybe one of the best Moroccan players I ever played with. Yeah, Adel Tarabt, of course, in Milan.
yeah,
I played with him.
yeah, exactly. We're coming to
Oh,
this
first
of
Ajax
Milan.
players. Okay.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly. Now
there are
we're
not a lot. There are not a lot. Then I played with in Ajax. I think it's Bukhari and El Amdawi.
and now against Ziyech when you play with Utrecht.
Yeah, against him. Yeah, not with him, but against him. Yes.
فقال لنا دابا اوربي انه اللاعبين المغاربه اللي لعب معهم في اياكس، لعب مع نور البخاري، لعب مع منير الحمداوي اللي قال لك بانه كان احد ابرز المهاجمين ديال اياكس امستردام، وكان احد ابرز المهاجمين ديال البطوله الهولنديه. مو ذاك الوقت كان سواريز حتى هو كيلعب مع فريق اياكس امستردام، وكان بعض المرات كيدخل مع منير الحمداوي يلعب وسواريز يكون في دكه البدلاء. So in 2004 it was your first year in the first team of Ajax.
Yeah.
So when you are young, you always see those players, the great players of the team. And I remember, like for example, in '96, it was a great team. In 2000, it was a great team. So many generations before the 2000s were great from Ajax
Yeah.
Amsterdam. When you are young and you see those players, you see those stars, you can say
Yeah.
star, and you're a young one come in and you see them, you're a youth team. What do you think?
When you are young to be in the what do
First
you
team.
think? Yeah, when you are young, for the first thing what you do is just dreaming, just thinking like I want to be there as well. There are
Yeah,
not a lot. There are not a lot things that you are thinking about because when you are in a younger age, you see only like the things that you want to achieve or where you want to go, and I think that's for every Ajax player will be the same. Just well during training or during games, of course you see the older players, you see them walking, they're passing by, and
coming with the car.
yes, coming with the car. Yeah, so that's just a dream. That's what you think
Yeah.
when you are young, like I want to be like him or I want to be like him. And uh,
Which one of the players was your idol?
my idol in Ajax was Edgar Davids.
Oh, gosh, he was good. Yeah.
Yeah, that was my idol because we were playing in the same position. He's from Suriname as
Yeah.
well. We had a little bit the same hair, so yeah, for me he was my idol
Yeah.
in a younger age.
So I will translate before to ask
Yeah,
you about the first day you step in the first team.
yeah,
فسألت يوربي قلت له على كيفاش الشعور ديالو هو كيلعب مع فريق اياكس للشبان وكيشوف اللاعبين الكبار وكانوا نجوم كبار ديال اياكس امستردام في ذيك الفتره هذيك ديال نهايه الالفيه نهايه التسعينات وبدايه الالفيه قال لك انه دائما كان حلم كبير انه يشوف هاد اللاعبين هادو شي نهار يلعب معاهم وملي كيشوف هاد اللاعبين هادو كيكون دائما مثابه حلم ديالو. So you talked about the dream and there was a dream
yeah,
and day that became a truth. It
yeah.
was in 2004. How it happened that you made your first step in the first team.
Of course, you are very excited, um, but I think that's also the power of the club, of the
Yeah,
team, of the philosophy that's in the club. Like I think that the step from the youth to the first team is not actually that hard because when you come there, it feels like you know already everybody. So
yeah,
there were a lot of youth players as well in that time. So I think it was just an easy step to like getting along with the other players. But of course, when you make your first steps into the first team, you are excited, you are curious how things will go, and yeah, it feels just like a day that your dreams are coming true. So you are
yeah,
happy as well, like
yeah.
you feel like you can do everything, like you feel yeah, you
You
at
feel
that
that
time
you're in the spot.
yeah, you feel like a star, you feel like, oh, I'm the best player in the world. That's how you
So
feel.
yeah. So do you remember Irby the day they told you Yurbi, Emanelson, you're coming to the first team. Do you remember that day especially and what happened and how did you announce it to your family and how did they react?
Of course, I remember that. The first time that I went with the first team was on training camp,
Yeah,
uh, and yeah, how do you feel? Just like I said, when you make your first step, you just happy. You feel happy, like
yeah,
this is what you've been working for like all those years. This is like the picture that you had above your bed. Like I want to
exactly.
be there, and from the moment that you hear that you finally can go to the first team, yeah, you feel great. Of course, you tell your family, your friends, and everybody is happy for you, of course. But
And some advices also from seniors.
yeah, of course, some advices. Yeah, 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 yeah. And
Listen, I
like
was here before.
yeah, true. But actually, it's also really excited because sometimes you work all those years to come
Yeah,
there and then when you are finally there, everything starts like all over
Exactly.
again. Like
Exactly.
all the hard work, what you did, like you can not throw it away, but like a new chapter will come in your life. And yeah, people always say, it's easy to come there, but it's more difficult to stay there. So that's
Exactly.
why,
Exactly.
that's why, from the moment that you make your first step, like a switch goes on, and yeah, you have to just continue and trying to be just a better player.
And that's what I'm trying to all my friends now watching us in this life, that if you want to reach your goals, you need to work hard. You need to feel you have to have
Yeah.
passions, and nothing is coming easy. I will translate quickly, Erdi. I'm sorry, just to make switching from Arabic
No, no,
to
no, no. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
fine.
It's
So,
also a lesson for me.
legislature.
Maybe I can try
All
that.
right.
I see some words and then I will put it in my head.
Okay. Okay. We're going to work on this. You know
Okay.
what I'm talking
Okay.
about.
No problem.
Yeah. ليجل يوربي ان النهار اللي قالوا له انه غادي يطلع الفريق الاول في 2004، يعني الحلم اصبح حقيقه، فبالتالي كان فرحان بزاف. شغل العائله ديالو، العائله ديالو كانت فرحانه، بدا كيسمع النصائح وكيشوف انه فعلا ان عمل كبير اللي قطع سنوات طويله، يعني من 94 حتى 2014 اثنين باش يوصل الفريق الاول. اخيرا بدا يثمر، ولكن قال لك المهم ماشي هو انه يوصل الفريق الاول، المهم هو انه يحقق نتائج الفريق الاول. So basically you came in 2004 and you played with Ajax 172 matches, and
Yeah.
in this period, let's say you're coming from young team to titles to Holland national teams. So you won with Ajax the championship in 2005, 2006, 2006, 2007, 2009, 2010, and you won also Johan Cruyff Shield in 2005, 2006, 2007. It was a great era.
Yeah.
What happened? Herbie became star, winning all the titles. What changed in your life, and can you tell me about the team at this time?
Um, what changed in my life? Of course, yeah, the only thing actually that changed is that people will recognize you, like you get like a famous person. But for me, actually,
Restaurant without Cube.
yeah, but actually for me, it didn't change a lot. Like, I always try to be myself, and
Uh,
yeah, that is like a line during my career. Just stay close to yourself. It doesn't matter.
exactly.
It doesn't matter how successful you are, or the things you achieve. Just be humble, and try to not only help yourself but also other people, other players. And yeah, the teams that I play with, I have to say, during my Ajax time, I played with some really, really good players who
Yes.
are also now are, yeah, doing it very well. And yeah, it's really nice to see. It makes me happy that you see that your friends are doing well and everything, that everybody is going
Are you
after their
still in
goals.
contact with some of them? Are you still in contact
Uh,
with some of them?
yeah, it's hard in football to like have like a relationship with because everybody comes and goes, and everybody's changing numbers. And but now with the social media, it's a lot easier to keep in contact. Or if you want to just say hi to somebody, it's way more easy now to do
Exactly.
that.
Who were your friends there, and with who you are still calling sometimes, or talking with
Yeah,
someone
it's
sometimes?
it's it's like it's normal, like the players who, like, from your generation, when you
Yes.
make who came with you to the first team. You still have sometimes some contacts with them. And like now that I'm back in Holland as well, I also often go to still to Ajax, just to see the people you work with or
Yes,
players you work with. So like for me now, it's way more easy to to get in contact with people.
exactly. So at this time, you've been selected in the first time in Holland and the 21 years in 2005, and you won with Holland the European Championship and the 21 years in 2006. I will talk about it, but I will translate just this part.
Yeah.
يوربي كان كيهضر معنا على الفريق ديال اياكس امستردام. في الفتره كان فريق مرعب، ربح القاب ديال البطوله 2005 2006 2006 2007 2009 2010 وربح الكاس ديال يوهان كرويف 2005 2006 2007. فكان مجموعه قويه جدا، اربع القاب كبيره بزاف، ومنهم عدد كبير من اللاعبين من تما انتقل واحترف في انديه عالميه. دابا سولتو على المنتخب ديال هولندا ديال اقل من 21 سنه اللي كانوا ربحوا معاهم الكاس ديال اوروبا اقل من 21 سنه سنه 2006. So we were talking about Holland national team. Was it easy to choose Holland?
Was it easy to?
To choose to play for Holland because your dad was playing for Suriname.
Yeah, it was actually I didn't had another choice. Also because of the rules in Suriname.
Yes.
You know, it is, I think, they changed it now, but like years and years ago, it was hard to play with a double nationality. Like,
Yes.
so that's why a lot of players in Holland who are from Suriname, just played for Holland instead of Suriname because we didn't have a choice, and so for me it was an easy choice to choose for Holland.
So you played in Holland for the first time in 2005. In 2006, 1 year later, there was the European Championship.
Yeah.
And there was a spotlight about this young team that everyone was saying, this team in 4 years will go very far.
Yeah.
Can you tell me about this generation, 2006, and how you made it to win the tournament?
We had a good group of young players, and you know, actually in the tournament it was a little bit hard as well, you know, because we didn't start well. We lost our first game, so but I think the team spirit after the loss was getting bigger, and we had a great team, and everything at that moment, especially in the final, came together. And I think it was 3-0 that we won in the final.
Yes.
And for me it was a great tournament with some at that time with some good young talents.
And at that time, I remember 2006, 2008, everyone was saying that the two best teams coming in Europe will be Spain and Holland.
Yeah.
And that's what happened in the final in the World Cup in 2010. So you stayed in Ajax until 2011, and you stayed with the national team in Holland. You played in under 21 years from 2005 to 2008, and from 2006 until 2012 with the seniors. And then there was a move from Ajax Amsterdam to wear another jersey of AC Milan in 2011. So I will translate just the part of the national team, and then we will talk about the AC Milan. And the first time you're removing the white and the red, and you're putting the black and the red. ديال هولندا اللي كان ربح معها الكاس ديال اوروبا 2006 اللي كانت كان فريق قوي جدا جدا ديال هولندا، شايله مجموعه ديال الشبان منهم عدد كبير اللي لعبوا المباراه النهائيه ديال كاس العالم 2010. كانت مجموعه قويه وربحوا النهائي بثلاث اهداف مقابل لا شيء. فاكيد بالنسبه لي هو قال بان الاصول ديال سورينام، ولكن قانون سورينام قبل ما كانش كيسمح لهم انهم يمثلوا هولندا، يكون عندهم جنسيه مزدوجه. فاذا اختار انه يلعب مع هولندا ما يمكنلوش انه يلعب مع سورينام. فأنا غادي نتكلموا على المرحلة الانتقالية اللي انتقل فيها فريق اي سي ميلان. So you stayed in Ajax very long time. I can say like more than 16 or 7 years, 17 years. And
Yeah.
then you're moving to Serie A. You're moving to AC Milan, one of the best teams in Europe, one of the historic teams of Europe. Was it easy for you?
No, it wasn't easy for me
Why?
because yeah, because my life was changing. For the first time, I had to move out of Holland. Um, it's like you said, I played 17 years in Ajax. Like Ajax was my home. I spent there so so many hours. Then, so for me, it was not difficult, but I was excited, but also yeah, just curious how things will be because for me it was the
Yeah.
first time, and yeah, it was not an easy step for me. I have to say in the beginning.
And then you moved to Milan. So last time when we spoke with our friends, it was in Italian. So you speak
Yeah,
now perfectly Italian. But at the beginning, you're at home, and as you said in Ajax, you speak Dutch with your friends, and then you need to learn Italian. You need to speak
yeah,
Italian, and you're coming to a team like a joker. So
yeah,
how did you make it in team as AC Milan at the time when there was no problem?
yeah. I had a lot of help, I have to say. I think that was one of my how you say that, one of my gifts that I had the
Yeah,
time that I went to Milan, that I had players like legends who had my back, who helped me every day to develop in the country, in the club, with the team, and that just helped me a lot. I had a lot of help of players
like
who,
who was close to you?
who was close to me in that time was Clarence Seedorf,
Yeah,
uh, and Zlatan Ibrahimovic
yes.
and Mark van
Who
Bommel.
played in Ajax too?
Yeah, and Mark van Bommel.
Yeah,
I think those three players helped me a lot during my time in uh, in Milan. Yeah, of course,
actually,
Kevin Prince
yeah.
Boateng was there as well. Like we have a little bit the same age, so yeah. Like it helped me that players who could speak English as well, and like I said, they just helped me a lot.
And actually, when I see Seedorf, honestly, I feel myself old. He's like older than me, like 10 years. But when I see him training, I say, oh man, what are you doing? So
Yeah,
you arrived in 2011,
yeah,
and the first year, the first title with AC Milan.
yeah.
What's a great memory? How was it for you?
That was amazing. I think that was um, maybe one of the best things like I have just seen in my career. Like how um, how happy the club was, how like yeah, everybody was just hunger for that title. Like everybody wanted to be champion of Italy, and when it happened, uh, yeah, it was just from the beginning till the end of the day, one big party.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. So this year it was with Milan, a title, Serie A, Supercoppa. So two titles in 1 year. It's like a dream. So I will translate this part because to continue. درت مع يوربي انتقل لفريق اي سي ميلان. واش كان الانتقال سهل بالنسبه ليه؟ التأقلم كان سهل بالنسبه ليه؟ قال لك لا، كان صعيب بزاف، ولكن ما خاص نحضوا انه لقى مجموعه ديال اللاعبين اللي ساندوه، لاعبين كلارنس سيدور، لاعب هولندي، كزلاتان ابراهيموفيتش اللي كان لاعب مع فريق اياكس امستردام، كبواتينغ اللي عنده نفس السن ديالو، اللاعبين اللي كيتكلموا بالانجليزيه، فهما اللي يسهلوا عليه التأقلم في الأول كان صعيب ذا الوقت، ولكن توج لقبين في نهاية الموسم: سوبر كوبا إيطاليا وسيري A. So you stayed in Milan for normally from 2011 to 2014, but
Yeah,
in 2013 you moved in a love to Fulham.
Yeah.
Right. When I ask you about Fulham, now I'm going to do like a lack of connection when you say now you can go to visit your old friends in Ajax and you've played in the Premier League. You know that Hakim Ziyech, one of the best of players of Ajax Amsterdam now,
Yeah.
is moving to Chelsea.
Chelsea. Yeah.
The Premier League is a bit different from the Eredivisie.
Yeah.
I'm not pronouncing it right, Eredivisie. Like this.
Sorry?
I'm gonna pronounce it well, the Eredivisie.
Yeah. Yeah.
The Dutch language is very difficult, my friend.
It
So,
is. It is.
what did Chelsea and playing in the Premier League?
Sorry, I didn't hear the question. Can you repeat it again?
So I asked you now. Now you've played in Fulham.
Yeah.
You've played in England, and you know how the Premier League and the Championship are. You know
Yeah.
how the football in England is. Now Hakim Ziyech is moving from Ajax Amsterdam to Chelsea.
Yeah.
So how do you think the things will be for him there?
I think it will be amazing, actually. Yeah. Like, I have a lot of confidence in his quality,
Yeah,
how he is as a person. Um, like, what I see in him is he has a great mentality. And actually, what I saw with Suarez as well in his time at Ajax, I see that in him as well. Like also when Suarez made the move to Liverpool, like
Yes.
not everybody believed like the things that he could do, what he actually achieved. For Ziyech, it's of course a little bit different because everybody believes that he can achieve also what he just does at
exactly.
Ajax. But his mentality, I think that will keep him alive everywhere he's gonna go. You know,
Even
he had a
even the Premier League is a little bit physical. It's a little bit tough, but sometimes there are some talented players that excel there.
it is physical. Of course, it's different than in Holland. But like I
Yeah,
said, his mentality is amazing, and I think that will just I think uh that point makes him like a great player, and I think that will keep him standing as well in England, his mentality, because we know he has the quality. We know and we see what he can do with the ball. But the thing is with him is he's so confident. He's just never afraid. It doesn't matter how bad he plays. He still always wants the ball,
exactly.
and and
Exactly.
that and that's what I like the most about him.
Exactly. So I will translate this part before to move
Yeah.
on the last year in Milan. نتكلم على حكيم زياش. قال لك بالنسبه لحكيم زياش الانتقال ديالو من اياكس امستردام للفريق تشيلسي الانجليزي، قال لك بانه بالعكس هو كيشوف انه غادي يمكن له انه يقدم مباراه في المستوى ومباريات في المستوى، لان كيتكلم على التقنيات ديالو. قال لك لا نقاش ولا جدال في التقنيات ديال حكيم زياش، ولكن كنتكلموا على الجانب الذهني المونطال. خصو يكون المونطال قوي. ديما كنقول لكم القضيه ديال لا فورس مونطال الشباب. تكلم كذلك ان مثلا حتى سواريز فاش كان كيلعب معاه هذيك الساعات في اياكس ومشى ليفربول، حتى واحد ما كان كيقول انه غادي ينجح. شوفوا سواريز فين وصل، فبالتالي هو طايق ان حكيم زياش ان شاء الله غادي ينجح في تشيلسي. كنتمناو به ذلك. تألق مع المنتخب ديال المغرب. I will get back. So 1 year in Fulham as loan, and then came back to Milan, and there was, let's say, a lot of problems in that team
Yeah.
at that moment. How did you leave these moments, Irby?
Yeah, it was a difficult time, not only for the players, but especially for the fans as well, because Milan is a club with history, a club with success, and
Yes.
I think after we won the title, and after, yeah, actually the like most of the big players left the team.
Yes.
Yeah, a difficult time for the club had arrived at that time, and it was just really difficult. And yeah, sometimes also painful, especially for the fans, because they were not used to losing, let's say.
Exactly.
And yeah, that made it just harder, not only for us, but everybody who loves Milan.
Exactly.
Yeah, you see now, still nowadays, it's not still the Milan where everybody wants that they are, but yeah, we just believe and still hope that that Milan will turn back to glory.
We hope so. At that time, you played with some key players at the time of the transition,
Yeah,
with Mario Balotelli, with Hashim Mastor, Moroccan
yeah,
player, and with Adel Farhat.
yeah,
Adel Farhat, everyone said that he's very technical, that
yeah,
he's very high level technical, and he could had like a better career. When
yeah.
you've played with these young players at that time, were you feeling yourself senior, or were you feeling yourself one of the top players
Yeah.
of the team? How was it?
I think Tarap for me is maybe one of the best dribble players I've ever seen in my career. The things that he could do with the ball is amazing. And yeah, like of
There
course,
was, yeah,
of course,
Balotelli, Mastur. Mastur is a player. He was a great player, and I don't know what happened.
yeah, but he was very young at that time, and
Yeah,
um, like everybody had big expectations from him, of course, but also because he was very young and he got a lot of YouTube clips and a lot of crazy videos where he's dribbling everybody, and
with the freestyle.
yeah, with the freestyle as well. Like yeah, he's a really good freestyler as well, and
Exactly.
yeah, unfortunately, nobody didn't see a lot of him, like what people were thinking. But yeah, it was not difficult it was not easy for him because he came in a time also that Milan was at a different place. So yeah, it was hard for him, and but still for me, it was a great talent.
Exactly. So I'll translate the part regarding تعرضت قال يوربي بأن تعرضت كان واحد من أبرز اللاعبين وربما أفضل اللاعبين في العالم في المراوغات. حكيم حجم ستور قال لاعب كبير بزاف، كان عنده إمكانيات كبيرة في الفري ستايل، ولكن جا الفترة اللي جا فيها جا فترة اللي هي صعيبة، فبالتالي ما تأقلمش مع الأجواء، ما ساعدتوش الأجواء إن صح التعبير. So in 2014 it was the goodbye with Milan because of the problems,
Yeah.
not because of the football, because of the financial problems that the team had at that time. But you stayed in Italy and you moved from
Yeah.
Milan to Roma.
Yeah.
Can you talk to me about this period in Roma?
Yeah, for me it was a great experience. A different vibe, a different city. Um, Also a different era, I think. I think we had a great team. The team spirit was maybe one of the best I ever had in my career. Like how the players were with each other, the things we did with each other. We had a really actually like a great team, and I think that kept me alive as well a little bit in that period because for me it was personally it was a really hard time, but
Why?
because of the because yeah, it was different. I didn't play a lot as well, and um, yeah, it just the things that I had in front of my eyes, like how I wanted to be, it didn't happen. So that's why it was hard for me. But like I said, the team spirit was amazing. Like with those guys, we really had fun, like every day, and yeah, and that kept me alive a little bit.
It kept me alive in Roma, and then you went from Roma to another team in Italy, Atalanta. Did you fall in love with Italy?
Yes, I actually. Um, yeah, I did fall in love with Italy. It is the country is amazing, and also the people are just they love football. Like, the culture is the emotions what they are showing. Yeah, it is a it was a beautiful experience, and I have to say that I did fall in love with Italy, especially Milan, of course. And
Yes.
yeah, I think that's why I stayed there for a long time.
The city of Moda.
Yeah,
Yeah. So in Italy, you played with Milan, Roma, Atalanta, and then Hellas Verona
yeah,
also. So four teams, and you stayed in Italy from 2011 until 2016.
yeah.
Then you played with Sheffield Wednesday, and you came back to Utrecht. If we will make a comparison between the Dutch football or the
Yeah,
football in Holland, the football in Italy, and the
yeah,
football in Britain.
yeah.
Well, how would we describe each one?
How would we describe each one? Okay, in Holland, for example, it's how do you say that? Like in Holland, everything is more open.
Yes,
Like,
football total.
yeah, yes, football total. But it's also like a competition where you learn your abilities at on different things. Like in
Yeah,
Holland, everything is more. In Holland, everything is all about attacking football, cre-
exactly.
creating so many chances, score a lot of goals. So that's why they are saying as well, like for younger players, it's maybe the best competition to start with because yeah, you can do the things that you love. You can. Everybody wants to score goals. There. I think in Holland, there's the competition where you I think score the most goals of every league, and like it's open. There are
Exactly.
different aspects, and if you compare that with Italy, um, Italy is Italy is yeah, how do you say it? The result.
More close
Yeah,
and
the
more
result.
tactical.
Yeah, the result is key. Like
Yes.
it doesn't matter how you play, who plays, we have to win. And that is I think the biggest difference with Holland and Italy. In Holland
And
you
we
feel
have now
like
some friends. We have now some friends commenting from Italy.
yeah,
And saying un grande saluti al nostro amico Orbi from Pademil.
yeah.
Can you tell them anything in Italian?
Sorry?
Can you tell them anything in Italian?
If I can tell them everything.
Anything.
Ti saluto anche io, spero che sei una tifosi di Milan, forza Milan sempre, ci vediamo presto.
Molto molto grazie. And I will translate this part
Yeah,
before to talk about the season in Sheffield Wednesday, and then I will talk about Utrecht. اتكلمت مع يوربي على الفرق ما بين الكرة الهولندية والكرة الإيطالية. قال لك الكرة الهولندية فوتبول توتال، يعني كل شيء كيهاجم، كل شيء كيبغي يسجل اهداف. الكرة الإيطالية كتكون مسدودة أكثر، كتلعب على التكتيك بزاف، يعني صعيب أنك تسجل، وكنعرفوا الدفاع القوي والصلب في الكرة الإيطالية. Then after 2016 from Hellas Verona you moved to Sheffield Wednesday.
yeah.
How was it this year?
For me, it was a bad year because from the moment I arrived in the club, I needed to work on my fitness and my conditioning.
Mhm.
And I felt like from the moment that I was ready to play, I got injured on my Achilles, and I was
Yeah,
out for almost 3 months. So from that time, I just felt like my season was finished, and yeah, it was just some bad luck. I got a kick in training, and I was out for 3 months, And from the moment that I came back, yeah, the season was almost finished. So yeah, it was a year to forget.
Yeah, it was a year to forget, and I know that the worst opponent of any player is injuries.
Yeah.
Exact. So you felt injured at the time, and when, I don't know, maybe you agree with me, when someone is feeling bad, when someone is getting injured, you always think to get back home.
Yeah.
I don't know if you agree with me or no, but when you feel sad and bad, you want to get back home.
Yeah.
That's what happened. But you didn't come back to Ajax. You came back to Utrecht.
Yeah.
So how was it?
Yeah, I really wanted to go back to Holland, also because of like my years before Holland, you know, it just didn't felt well, and I just wanted to return back to my home, to my family, my friends, and yeah, just bring back the happiness in my life, and that happened a little bit when I turned back in Holland.
But the problem is, you came back in Holland, you came back to the Utrecht, and you must, you know my question, that's why.
Yeah.
You are wearing also red and white, but you play against Ajax Amsterdam.
Yeah.
Don't tell me, no, we are professionals, it's okay. And
Yeah.
my heart, how was it?
It was strange. It was strange. Also, like the first time that I came back in the Amsterdam Arena, now the Johan Cruyff Arena.
Yeah.
You know, it just felt strange that when you come back in the arena, that you have to go right instead of left, because you know you're not in the home dressing room anymore. So
Yeah.
it just felt strange. It was a strange feeling to play against the team where you grew up.
So, yeah, it's strange you played against them. Maybe Ajax is one of the best teams in Holland. Utrecht, PSV Eindhoven, with who did I forget?
Feyenoord.
Feyenoord Rotterdam. You can lose against Ajax, and sometimes you can win Ajax, and you can score against Ajax.
Yeah.
How do you feel when Utrecht scores against Ajax? I'm making it hard for you.
That is a really bad question. No.
If you don't want to answer, it's fine. I can give you a white card. It's fine.
No. Like when you play against Ajax, of course, I want to win as well. So that is just the mentality of a professional. So in that moment, you're just happy.
Yeah.
At that moment, you're just happy, and like I said, when you play against Ajax, also me, I just want to win, and I have to say, if I win, I have to do I will get a lot of problems at home, because all my friends and my family everybody's for Ajax, so you know it's gonna be hard to go home when I win from them, but still, like once you put one foot on the pitch, you are not friends with nobody. You just want to win, even if you play against
Business
Ajax.
is business.
Business is business. Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. So I'll translate this part. So عطرنا يوربي لما كيلعب مع فريق يوتريخت الهولندي بعد الإصابة ديالو مع فريق شيفيلد وينزداي، وبعد الفترة الصعيبة اللي قضاها تما قرر باش يرجع لهولندا، وكان توقع فريق يوتريخت وواجه فريقه الأم اللي هو اياكس امستردام. فقال لك ان اكيد ان المواجهه كتكون صعيبه وكتكون غريبه بزاف، انه ملي غادي يدخل الملعب ديال اياكس امستردام وهو فيزيتورز ماشي هوم، يعني فريق الضيف ماشي الفريق المضيف، فكتكون صعيبه. العائله ديالو وصحابه كلهم مشجعين ديال اياكس امستردام، فاكيد انه كيكون صعيب في ذاك الفتره هذيك انه يواجه فريق اياكس اللي كيبقى فريق الام ديالو، ولكن بيزنس از بيزنس، سيرفيس كامارا دابري. خد بالك هادشي اللي عطا الله. We say that there is an old addict saying service camera dapre, business friend later.
Yeah, true.
Exactly. So now you're with Utrecht, you've met a lot of players,
Yeah.
and there is a lot of Moroccan players
Yeah.
in Holland.
Yeah.
And there is Amrabat, there is now Ziyech, there is a long list. Sorry, yeah, exactly. So what do you think that makes them special?
From all the Moroccan players that I played with, like they are all good with the ball. Like everybody is really technique wise.
Yeah.
I think that it is a Moroccan thing. Like they all love to dribble. uh,
Yes.
yeah, I think that's it's a Moroccan thing, and also like they can run a lot. The condition is like sometimes you feel like they are lazy, but when they have to run, they run, and
And they run
uh,
fast.
they run fast, and they can run like 90 minutes up and down, and it's no, it's just good to see. Also in Utrecht, Utrecht is especially a club where a lot of Moroccan players play. If you go also in the youth, there are a lot of Moroccans there, and yeah, it will always be in Holland. The Moroccan, there are a lot of Moroccan in Holland. Uh, it's an they are very talented as well, and it's nice to see for I think for Morocco as well that Hakim Ziyech is doing it so well.
Yeah.
Um, and I think he makes the country proud as well. So it's nice to see that for the Moroccans as well. That yeah, that
Of course.
they are doing great at the moment.
Exactly.
Even the national team is really strong. And yeah, let's hope you guys can win the Africa Cup very soon.
We really hope. Well, missing it for a long time.
Yeah, I know.
Sometimes I compare Moroccan team with Holland team. We play very well and we don't win.
Now it's time to win something.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
time to win exactly. I'll translate this part. قال لك اوربي بالنسبه للاعبين المغاربه اللي لعب معهم في هولندا، فقال لك انهم عندهم مميزات كبيره تقنيه. قال لك بانه لاعبين كيتميزوا بالمراوغات، كيتميزوا بالسرعه الكبيره، كيتميزوا باللياقه البدنيه، انهم كيجريو بشكل كبير، وانهم بالنسبه لهاد اللاعبين يمكن لهم يعطيو هذا الشيء الكثير للمنتخب المغربي، وكيتمنى انه يحققوا لقب المغرب. كنتمناو كاملين تحقق لقب في المغرب قريب ان شاء الله. قلت لهم ملي تربح هولندا ان شاء الله شي لقب، لان حتى هولندا كتلعب مزيان، ولكن للاسف مازال ما ربحتش هذاك اللقب ديالها. تربح هولندا شي لقب اوروبي، وتربح المغرب كاس افريقيا، ونتمنى الفوز للمغرب بمنتخب ديال كاس افريقيا. So Yوربي, what are your next targets?
What are my next targets? I'm a time in my life now that I just want to enjoy that I can still play. So for me, that is just the thing that keeps me going. I'm happy when I'm training. I'm happy when I'm on the pitch. So yeah, I just want to be playing as long as possible, and after that, we will see what will happen. But for now, I'm just focusing on just being and staying fit, and yeah, having fun. I think that's the most important in life. Just that you just are happy with the things that you do, and once I think from the moment that the smile will get off my face, that's for me a reason to say like, Urbi, now it's time to
No,
to
no, no,
stop.
no, no, no. You
Now,
still have time. You still have time.
but that's what I mean. I'm still,
Yeah.
I'm happy with what I'm doing, so that's why I just wanna, yeah, play as long as possible, and
Yeah.
for me,
So
that's
wait
the
and
main
see.
reason. Yeah, so wait and see.
Yeah.
Maybe I will surprise you guys with one more thing, but we will see.
Yeah. Wait and see, and you know what we are talking about. It's
Yeah.
all right. So, Irby, I know that there is a difference of the time, and there was an hour, excellent hour. I wanted
Yeah.
to thank you that you spent this hour with us, and
No
I was
problem.
very, very happy to talk with you. You
Yeah.
have 10 seconds to say your last message before this live end.
my last message to all the people that are watching. No, like I had an amazing time as well. It was nice.
Now it's okay. Hey, Yuri.
Hey.
I'm my friend. So in Instagram, after an hour, the live
Yeah,
cut.
I know.
So we couldn't leave you without saying goodbye, and we
Yeah.
could not leave you before that you say the last thing to our people here. The world are yours.
Yes, first of all, I want to thank you for this interview.
My friend.
I think we had some fun the last hours, and my message
Yeah.
to the people is how I ended it, you know, like enjoy life and just be happy. Get along with each other, be friendly, and let's make the world a better place.
Yeah. الرسالة ديال يوربي قال بأن our friend from Milan has just arrived.
I see him. I
Very-
see him.
Yeah, I was going to say I want to thank our friend
Yeah.
who let us talk and meet and have this
Yeah.
wonderful.
He's like a
And
brother, my Moroccan brother.
yes, and your brother is my brother, so you are now my brother too.
All right.
ويلكم. باش نترجم للناس اللي قالنا اوربي قالنا ان هذه الفتره هذه الواحد يبقى محافظ على الايجابيات ديالو ومحافظ على الاهداف ديالو. اكيد ان الاشياء كتكون صعيبه، ولكن حاول الواحد يبقى ملتزم ويحاول انه يبقى يتقدم للامام، وكيف ما قال هو الاهداف ديالو مازال متواصله، وكيتمنى ان شاء الله باش كل واحد يحقق النجاح ديالو. So our friend came back from your brother in Milan came back. So parlare italiano. Va bene.
Ah, tu parli italiano anche?
Un poco. No?
Un poco.
So what can you say? What can you say to all our friends in Italy?
Mi ringrazio per il tempo che avevo in Italia. Ero bellissima per me. Per me Milan è il più bel club nell'Italia. Forza Milan sempre e speriamo che vinciamo presto.
Italiano vero. So Irvin, thank you so much, my friend. I know that it's late now in Holland. That's why we made the live earlier, and I want to thank you to accept this invitation. And I hope that everyone enjoyed this live with the positive vibes and especially with positive message. It's really an honor for me to talk with you, and I want to thank again Redwan to make this happen and could have this live happening. And I wish you all the best, and I know that the best is still coming.
Yeah.
And I know that we will see you for years and years in the
We will
future.
not give up yet, so yes, for sure.
Yes, exactly. Thank you so much, my friend, and keep in touch. And
Alright.
I hope that we will meet soon, inshallah.
Yeah, we will.
Inshallah.
Okay.
Thanks so much, my friend.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye. Bye.
يوربي إيمانولسن لاعب اللي المسيرة الكروية ديالو خصها تكون مثابة محفز لعدد كبير من الناس. يوربي لاعب أصوله من سورينام، ماشي أصول هولندية. فالأب ديالو كان لاعب ديال الكرة، كيف ما قلت عائلة رياضية 100%. الأخ ديالو جوليان كان لاعب ديال الكرة حتى هو، الأخت ديالو شريفة كانت لاعبة ديال كرة السلة، روشي ابن عم ديالو كان لاعب ديال الكرة مع المنتخب ديال سورينام، وجون بول بويتس ابن خالته كان يلعب مع فريق ماينز الألماني. فبالتالي أنه عاش دائما في المنافسة. المسيرة ديالو فريمون كتقرب، لأن غادي تشوف أن هذا اللاعب دوز من 94 حتى 2004 10 سنين في الفئة العمرية في أياكس أمستردام قبل ما يدخل في 2004
من 2004 حتى ل 2011 مع فريق اياكس الكبار مع الارقام كلها، ومشى فريق ميلان يعني في الوقت اللي كان عنده جميع المؤهلات باش يكون مقلع. يعني يوربي كان عنده جميع المؤهلات باش يكون بارمي توب 10 ديال العالم. نقول لكم جا في الفتره ديال ميلان اللي كانت فيه مشاكل ماديه، بزاف ديال المشاكل اللي كانت عاشت ميلان ديك الفتره، فعاش بزاف ديال التجارب. ميلان، فولام، روما، اتلانتا، هيلاس فيرونا، شيفيلد يونايتد هي اللي كانت في الاصابه. He is over 30. Yes, I mean, he is over 30. Yes. He is like 33 34 ولكن مازال تبارك الله كيطير. مازال كيطير. ما عندوش هذا المشكل هذا. ودابا رجع لأوتريخت، ومن رجع لأوتريخت صراحه حسيت فيها انه بحال كان شي حاجه ناقصه ولقاها دابا. فهذاك الدفء العائلي كان مهم بزاف، والدفء العائلي هو اللي كنوصيكم به الدراري مزيان. الدفء العائلي اللي افتقدناه في هذه الفتره، الحاجه الصحي، ولكن خصو يكون حافز بالنسبه لينا باش نرجعوا ان شاء الله لحياتنا. هضرت معاه في اللايف على اللاعبين المغاربه اللي لعب معاهم في المسيره ديالو. لعب مع السي المولي الحمداوي، تكلمت معاه على زياش والانتقال ديالو فريق تشيلسي. كانه بالعكس هو متفائل جدا بهذا الانتقال، وان عند زياش جميع الامكانيات باش يكون موفق في تشيلسي. وذكر المثال ديال سواريز اللي لعب معاه في اياكس امستردام واللي انتقل لليفربول، واللي بزاف الناس كانوا كيقولوا ان انتقاله لليفربول ما يكونش ناجح من بعد خرج في سباريس فين وصل. هضرنا حتى على اللاعبين المغاربه اللي لعبوا معاه في ميلان، منهم عادل تعرات ومنهم هشام السور. قال لك عادل تعرات من احسن اللاعبين في العالم في المراوغات. هاشم السور كان فري ستايلر وكان لاعب صغير ورائع بزاف، ولكن الفتره اللي دخل فيها في ميلان كانت ميلان فيها مشاكل بزاف. فوالا كيتمنى هو الفوز المنتخب المغربي كاس افريقيا. قلت لان المنتخب عندنا عنده لاعبين مستوى كبير بزاف جدا. سولتي اشنو كيعرف على الكره المغربيه، سولتو اشنو كيعرف على الكره المغربيه، وراه جاوب في الساعه الاولى ديال اللايف. اللي يمكن لكم اللي ما شغلش معنا في الساعه الاولى وشاف اللايف يدخل عندي لاباج ويشوفها وتعمل افاده بارطاجيو اللي غادي يديروا. اللايف راه مسجل في الصفحه ديالي. دونك يمكن لكم تبارطاجيو في ديك الساعات. اللي بغا يبارطاجيه مع شي اللي بغا يبارطاجيه راه موجود في الصفحه ديالي وياخذوا بارطاجيه من تما. فوالا شكرا جزيلا، كنتمنى لكم التوفيق، كنتمنى لكم تبقاو حافظين على الامل ديالنا دائما، حافظين على الرساله. تبارك الله عليكم. الله يعاونكم.